watching Island Post News Daily.
Meghalaya pressure groups today organized a sit-in demonstration all over the state against the non-implementation of Inner Line Permit, slow progress of Entry-Exit Gates, Citizenship Amendment Act and non-inclusion of Khasi language in the 8th schedule. Sit-in demonstration was held at Clearat in East Janta Hills, Nongpo in Ribhoi, Maukarat in Southwest Khasi Hills, Nongstoin in West Khasi Hills, in Shillong and Ishamati in East Khasi Hills. Khasi Students Union President Lambokstar Marngar, who led the protest at Madan Malki, said that the delay in implementing Inner Line Permit in the state shows that the centre's attitude to insult the aspirations, sentiments and desire of the indigenous people of the state. It may be mentioned that in December last year, the Meghalaya Assembly had passed a resolution to urge the central government to implement Inner Line Permit in the state.
Today we organized a sit-in demonstration here in Martingrau. It's the march of protest. At the same time, we acknowledge the agitation that we organized last year also with regard to this demanding the implementation of LP in the state of Meghalaya. The state government have already passed the resolution on 19 December last year, but now it's already almost 1 year. The central government is keep delaying to implement the ILP in the state of Meghalaya. This is to show the attitude of the central government to insult the sentiments, aspiration and the desire of the people of the state of Meghalaya. Since we have already fighting this FLOC issue long time back, this is a long pending issue that demanding of implementation of ILP in the state of Meghalaya. So today is we just starting to remind the central government that people of Meghalaya need implementation of ILP in the state of Meghalaya. So what is the problem of the central government since the ILP have already granted to the state of Manipur? What is the problem to grant the state ILP to implement the state of Meghalaya? So if the central government treat us equally to safeguard, to protect the identity of the indigenous community of the state of Meghalaya, the central government should implement immediately the ILP in the state of Meghalaya. And at the same time, today we organized the program as a mark progress that we continue to oppose the Citizenship Amendment Acts to implement the state. At the same time also, we want the central government to exempt the whole Northeast to implement this Citizenship Amendment Acts. What we need is, we need the mechanism like LP to implement not only in the state but across the Northeast region. And at the same time, we remind the central government that since the state government have already passed the resolution to demand the central government to include the Khasi language and Garo language in the HED of the Constitution of India. So I think it's the duty bound of the central government to respect the sentiment, to respect the desire of people, of indigenous people of the Northeast, especially the Khasi language should be included in the HED of the Constitution of India.
Demand from the government is nothing new, because since 2013 we have been demanding from government the implementation of ILP, which at that point of time we feel that pending the implementation of ILP we will go for the alternative mechanism, that is the installation of and implementation of the entry-exit point and the implementation of the Residential Safety and Security Act to regulate the illegal inflow of migrants into the state of Meghalaya. So regarding that, the government has decided, the previous government decided to erect this entry-exit point at location which is around 18 location in Khasi Jenti and Garo Hill, at Khasi Jenti and Ribhoi district, and the Garo Hill, I could not recollect exactly how many locations. And also the implementation of the MRSSA Act. But as we can see that since 2014 onwards till date, when it comes to the entry-exit point, there has been, I won't say it has been, it is lacking very much in the implementation part, in the materialization of the thing. And also, when it comes to the MMRSSA, we see that the government is, we cannot understand it's playing around. Because if we look, there are many other acts in the state of Meghalaya which need amendment. Government is not interested in amending. But when we look at the MMRSSA Act, the principal act was not implemented a single day. The government is enthusiastic about amendment it. So we are not looking about the amendment part or the amendment delay of the MRSSA, but we would like to demand from the government to immediately start implement the principal act of the MRSSA, which till today it has not been implemented. Secondly, the purpose of this meeting is kind of reminder to the government that it has been almost a year now since the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly has passed the resolution on the implementation of the ILP in the state of Meghalaya. But this subject matter also for the implementation of ILP is not reaching anywhere. So the gathering today is the first step of we the NGOs towards pressuring the government to implement all these long pending agenda, especially the follow-up that the government need to be done regarding the implementation of ILP with the central government.